Hello, everybody. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. So excited to be here. I'm Sherri Snelling, and I am a gerontologist and author, as many of you know, and I'm also going to be hosting our 5th annual Caregiving Club Holiday Gift Guide. We're so excited to share this year's ideas, and we've received so much input from people who have sent us things to evaluate and suggestions from others. So we want to get right into it. But first, I wanted to explain a little bit of my background and costume, because you're going to probably be watching this on YouTube. So I've got my Grinch outfit on, and I don't want you guys to think that I am the Grinch. I just love the Grinch, first of all, because he's green, and I love everything green. But, for me, the Grinch was always one of my favorite animated cartoons as I was a child and a kid growing up, and even as an adult, because it's a story of redemption. It's a story of how we can let negative feelings and challenges and social isolation and other things, loneliness, overcome us, particularly during the holidays. And we can just feel grouchy and grumpy and grinchy, but yet we really just need to dig a little bit to find that joy and that happiness. And as we all know from the Grinch book and also the animated cartoon, eventually the Grinch finds his tribe. He finds his friends, he finds love, and he finds what all of us are looking for, which are those wonderful relationships that so often I think we come to appreciate and be grateful for during the holiday season. So with that, we're going to launch into our, as I said, our 5th annual Caregiving Club Holiday Gift Guide. We're so thrilled. This is always a really popular video for us to post every year. And I want to just note a couple of small things that we did this year. First of all, where we were able to get information from the manufacturers that their product has been approved as an eligible expense against a flexible spending account or a health savings account at work through your employer. Many of us have those, HSAs or FSAs. We noted that because we wanted you to be aware that this could be part of that benefit that you can use those pre-tax dollars for. The other thing is we also made a quick note that if any of these products or services were located in the LifeMart, that is a discount shopping, online shopping resource. It is for employees of certain employers. So your employer has to accept it, and then you sign up. The membership is free, but you do have to sign up and sign in, and then you get discounts on a lot of different projects or products and services. And I actually worked with the LifeMart team to curate a lot of the senior care and older adult care products and services that are in the LifeMart now. So that was a really great project that I really loved. And we have had in the past, some of our gift ideas have definitely been in that LifeMart. And we're going to have links to all of our other 4 annual gift guides. So you can check all of those things out because they're still wonderful gift ideas from years past. But we always try to be fresh every year and bring you new ideas and bring you new things to think about. So I just want to make those 2 notes because you're going to see those 2 little icons on some of the pages here for some of the products and services that we're going to talk about. And again, what we did is instead of doing one big, long, giant video for you to watch, we broke it into the 3 categories that we have. So we have, of course, our caregiver wellness and self-care and me time gift ideas. And then we have our wellness for older adults. And we do include also some gift ideas for those adults who have dementia. And then finally, we have our wellness for the home, which is a really exciting one too. So we're going to have those 3 videos. We'll edit those separately so you can watch each one depending on which one you might be interested in, or if you only have a few minutes, you can watch each one just for a few minutes and then get to the next one on the next day or whatever. So with that, we just want to say we hope you have a wonderful holiday season. Happy Thanksgiving, happy holidays to everybody out there, and happy shopping. So we just had to get Penny as the Grinch's companion here. As you can see, she's got her little Grinch hat on. Had to get her on camera to say happy holidays and Merry Christmas to everybody, and also happy shopping and happy sleeping, which is something Penny does really well. Happy holidays, everybody. Okay, so welcome to Caregiving Club's 5th Annual Holiday Gift Guide. As we've mentioned before, we are doing 3 separate videos for our annual gift guide. We're doing one for Caregiver Wellness, we're doing one for Older Adult Wellness, and we're doing this one, which is Wellness for the Home. But you want to make sure you check out those other 2. We just wanted to make these videos a little bit shorter so you could either listen to it or watch it in short spurts rather than having to sit through like at least an hour's worth of me talking. But we're really happy that you're here, and we've got so many really great gift ideas for you, particularly when it comes to our homes, which are our sanctuaries. Now, as I wrote in my book, Be Time Monday, our homes are really part of our 7 elements of wellness, and they really represent the environmental wellness that our brains seek, but also the social wellness and certainly the emotional wellness and sometimes the financial wellness. But, the home is really kind of the hub of our health and our happiness. And so how do we create those kind of sanctuaries and make our homes work for us? And so creating well home design goes beyond just making homes accessible and safe, particularly if we're getting older or our loved ones are older. It's things like biophilic design, which brings nature into the home. It's things like air care. It's things like, color psychology. All of those things kind of combine to work with our brain to tap into, the happiness hormones, and also tap into that kind of soothing, calming kind of feeling that we're looking for. The key design element is really how to engage our 5 senses, what we call multi-sensory experiences that enhance brain health and happiness, and that we can build into our well home design. So here are our top holiday gift picks for Wellness for the Home. Okay, we start first with this. I think this is really such a beautiful gift, and it's not only a great gift maybe for an older loved one who has downsized from a family home and had to leave, but I also think about I live, of course, as many of you know, in Southern California. We had the devastating wildfires in the Altadena and Pacific Palisades area. Many of my friends, including my best friend, was affected, lost their home, and doing something like this just to have the memory, I think, is really critical. And what is it? Okay, so there's no place like home, right? It's a personalized home portrait print. So what you do is you send a picture of your home to these wonderful artists based in Michigan, John and Rachel Stewart, and they do this beautiful watercolor of your home. So it's kind of got a dreamy feel. It's not an actual like a photograph, right? Like you have, but it's just got this beautiful dreamy feel. You can name your house if it's named something like, the blah blah cabin or the beach house or whatever it is. You can put your family name in there. You can put the address. You can customize it in all of those ways. And then you can have it framed, and it's like a watercolor rendering. And it's just a beautiful heirloom quality holiday gift for the entire family. And as I said, whether you are older adult children and now both parents have passed and you're going through, kind of that emotional state of selling the family home, or whether a parent or parents are downsizing for whatever reason, for health reasons or just personal reasons, and they're leaving the family home, this is such a nice memory to have. And it's really great for our loved ones to have, but also for ourselves as well. So it makes a really great family gift. So we love this. Obviously, there are different costs for different sizes, but they start at $125 and go up to $190. And they are from, you can buy it on one of our favorite shopping sites, uncommongoods.com. Okay, next one is what I called Hold My Spot. I love these. I have bought so many of these for just little gifts for people throughout the years. And it's a bygone personalized magnetic leather bookmark. But they're so cool. And usually I'll buy a book because that's one of my favorite gifts to give people is a book. But then I buy the bookmark because it kind of really personalizes the book. But it's basically, when you're a busy caregiver, you have not very many few quiet moments to read a favorite book or devotional or maybe even write in your journal. You just don't have the time. So this is kind of a reminder to those caregivers in our lives, or even to ourselves if we're caregivers, that, when you get a bookmark, it's kind of an encouragement, right? It's like we all should be reading more. We need to get off the digital machines, which are hurting not just our eyesight and our eye health, but also our mental health. And we need to read a book. We need to escape into a great story or a great biography. Or, I love nonfiction books. I like to read about new things that I never knew before. And so it's just a really great reminder to encourage people to read more, and also to create that reading nook in your home, right? That can become a little sanctuary space, a little place you can go that's just yours. It's got a little, chair in the corner and a light, good lighting, of course. And you can just kind of curl up for a few minutes, even if it's just, 7 minutes a day or a week or whatever it is. It replenishes your soul through the written word. And that's really important for, again, our balance in life. So this little magnetic leather bookmark, first of all, they're just really classy looking, but I love that you can customize it. So you can see some of the icons there. You can put a heart, you can put a cross, you can put your initials, you can put a four-leaf clover or an anchor if you were in the Navy or you love boats, or your dog, it's got a pet paw. Whatever you want to do, they've got all these different kind of icons that get imprinted on these leather bookmarks. And then what happens is you pull, the page that you're on, that you're leaving, you pull a few pages together and then you clip it, and the magnets clip together, and it just is a really beautiful way to keep your place in the book. And they come in different leather colors. And so I really love these ideas as little gifts. They're $20, but there's a lot of Black Friday deals out there, so that if you go to bygonemarket.net, the more you buy, the bigger the discount. So like I said, I buy them in bulk because then the cost for each one goes down, and they make really terrific gifts. Okay, the next one, I just love this. We, of course, have our Caregiving Club book lovers reading list, so that we all kinds of books that we recommend in a lot of different categories that relate to aging and longevity and caregiving and wellness. But this one I had to just call out special because it's so brilliant. I call this Kiss the Cook Self-Care Recipes. So the book is called Mind Over Batter, which I love. 75 recipes for baking as therapy. Now, don't laugh, but really, cooking is therapy. For me, it's probably more about torture. I am not a good cook. I live in a family of cooks. In fact, they're in the food business. So I am totally the black sheep outsider of my family. I'm always assigned to bring something simple, like maybe an appetizer or salad, something that you can't burn. Or whatever, or mess up. Yes, I'm sorry. This is how my family treats me. No, I'm just kidding. I love them, and they know me. They know I'm probably not going to get it together to cook up some masterpiece that they can all do. But I love this because baking is therapy. And let's face it, we all love getting our hands in the batter and kneading the dough or rolling the dough for cookies or whatever it is, right? Getting all messed up. The only thing I will have to say about cooking is I don't mind the messing up the kitchen and mixing it all together. I just really need somebody to come in and clean up after me. But Jack Hazan is basically a psychotherapist and a master baker. So he combines both of these, and he's the author of this book, Mind Over Batter. But he positions it as a self-care cookbook. And it's basically tapping into something that gerontologists call flow theory. Now, let me explain just really quickly. It's flow theory is part of gerontology and positivity psychology. And it's where you combine effort, energy, and enjoyment into an activity. And it can be something typically kind of tactile or physical, right? It's not digital. So you're not on your phone, you're not on your computer, your tablet, whatever. So like I said, it's kneading dough, it's rolling meatballs, it's decorating creatively a pie or a cake. But what it is it's bringing all this energy, this flow energy is very focused, and it's at the forefront of your mind. And when you focus on something that you are enjoying, but that you also have to you have to conquer it, right? You have to make it happen. It gives you not only this sense of accomplishment, it gives you a sense of happiness. And so this science has been out there for forever. Mihai Csikszentmihalyi, I love saying his name. He was the actual research psychologist who came up with flow theory. But when we can escape life's challenges, the real world for a little bit of time, and we can fall into that batter or that kitchen and do some stuff in there, it really does bring about a sense of that dopamine reward, and those feel-good hormones that we talk about so often. So, other flow activities, just FYI, are like gardening, knitting, playing an instrument, dancing, reading a hardcover or paperback book, something tactile, not digitally, not audiobooks, working with wood or metal, anything that offers a multi-sensory experience of sight, sound, smell, taste, and touch. And that's what this is all about. So I love this cookbook. It's a mental health cookbook, Mind Over Batter. You can get it for hardback, $28 to $32, or the ebook is $16 to $22. I'd get the hardback just personally. But go to bookshop.org. They are the online retail shopping site for independent booksellers. We want to support our little booksellers, right? They can't go away. We love them. But you can also get it on Amazon. Not that we don't love Amazon. Of course we do. But we also like our little independent booksellers. So check out Mind Over Batter. It's a great gift for anybody who loves to cook or who needs some mental health self-care. Our next gift idea is called Green Thumb Wellness. Okay, so this is a self-care planter idea. And basically we know caregivers, hey, your schedule is already way too booked. You can't add anything more that needs to be cared for, including plants, right? Or if you're like me, again, not only can I not cook, I also have a black thumb when it comes to plants. I talk about plants all the time. You need plants in your house. I'm sorry, because NASA said 5 green plants is basically the minimum that you need for good air care in your house. So I believe in it. I just have a hard time keeping everything alive. So, but I travel a lot. That's my excuse. But this is perfect for me, and I love these things. So, if you're a forgetful plant parent like me, then you can get this self-care planner, and it will make sure that your botanical babies won't go thirsty. So it's kind of whimsical and joyful. They got little happy faces on them, which I love because, again, you look at that little face on that little pot. It's so cute. It's ceramic pots, and they keep your plant hydrated for up to 2 weeks. So it keeps your green wellness alive in your home, stimulating your sight sense to see green, which means thriving and living. And so each ceramic planter has a pair of cotton feet, and you put that into the little kind of container underneath, and it draws in the water from they call it the foot spa. I love that, the foot spa for the plant, and it keeps your greenery happy, hydrated, and healthy. It lasts for about 8 weeks before you have to eventually come around to rewatering. So 8 weeks, and you can do it for herbs and small plants, and you can do either one pot or they have a set of 3 pots. This is so perfect for someone like me, and I'm sure for the caregiver in your life who doesn't need to worry about watering plants every couple of days. $24 to $60. Our favorite shopping on commongoods.com, but you can also get them at many of your local nurseries. So go check out the nurseries this holiday season. Now, this is something else I really love. I call it Easy Eggs, but it's a microwave egg maker. And here's the deal. Again, busy caregivers don't have time to fire up the stove, grease up the frying pan, make a healthy breakfast. Are you kidding me? It's just not going to happen, right? You're too harried. You got too much going on. You're lucky if you even eat breakfast, but you need to because it's so important for brain health and for all the focus and energy and stamina you need during the day. Okay, so what are some quick ways that we can get that nutrition in at the beginning of our day? Well, this is a great gift idea. It's brilliant because it combines nutrition and time efficiency, which caregivers don't have. We have time poverty. We need time affluence, right? And that is what this is. And all you need is a microwave. So as I wrote in my Me Time Monday book, eggs have gotten a bad rap over the years, okay, when it comes to cholesterol and heart health and all of that. But the latest science is saying, no, not too fast, folks. Eggs are actually really good for you. So they're making a big comeback, and they're even one of the superpower foods now that we talk about. What eggs do is they increase your metabolism, they stabilize your blood glucose and insulin response, they boost your immunity, they increase bone strength because they have calcium, and they also offer the protein that you need for energy as we age. After the age of 50, we lose a lot of that muscle mass energy that we get through protein. So you got to up your protein as you get older. So what you do is you just crack one egg into the dish and you poke the yolk a little bit and cover it and put it in the micro for 40 to 50 seconds. Okay, this is less than 1 minute, and you've got a sunny side up egg. Or if you want to do scrambled, you just beat the egg and pop it in the micro and then chop it up with a fork when it's done. These little ceramic pots are handmade in Texas. We love that. So US made. And they're $38. And again, from uncommongoods.com. And there you go. Nutritious breakfast, 1 minute. Getting the eggs in. Our next gift idea is called I Want to Fly Away. I love this. This is so beautiful. It's a butterfly rain chain. Now, part of the neuroscience meets nature method of Me Time Monday that I write about in my book and I have put into all of my workshops and webinars is that we basically have to experience nature to feed our brain health. And one of the most soothing, calming gifts for caregivers and for others is a fountain of trickling water or maybe a wind chime where we can see the breeze blowing the wind chime, hearing the musical melodies. So this kind of does both. This is a gorgeous copper butterfly rain chain. It brings in the water and the visuals and the musical wonder. It's handcrafted in Asheville, North Carolina by artisan maker Catherine Murphy. And keep in mind, it's so nice to support our local makers, particularly in areas that have been devastated by tornadoes and hurricanes and floods and all kinds of other things. And Asheville certainly got hit so badly, last year with everything that was going on. So this is a nice way to kind of give back to that community and help out those local makers. The hand cast rain chain is composed of basically these copper butterflies, and they have outstretched wings, and then each butterfly creates a path for the water to kind of drip down, and it carries that gentle flowing cascade, and it's lovely to watch when it rains, but also you can hear it. So it brings in a little bit of that wind chime element. And many health and wellness experts believe that copper is healing, and we use it a lot in wound care because it has antimicrobial properties. It also boosts your immunity, and even in dementia research that has been recent, it's a trace mineral. Copper is a trace mineral that we all need in our diets that can reduce cognitive decline. So there is a lot of goodness with copper. Now, you're not going to eat this butterfly rain chain, and you're not going to wear it around your wrist like some people do. But you are going to look at it, and it's going to connect your brain to nature, and also it's a reminder of the healing properties, if you will, of copper, because we love that copper look. Particularly if you put it like in a window or outside against greenery, as you see it there. It's just so beautiful. And again, this is science backed because Cleveland Clinic talks about copper as a healing property. Now, it's a little pricey, $82, but I know uncommongoods.com, where you can find it, is doing some Black Friday deals. So check it out. You might get a little discount on it. And it's just a really gorgeous gift to give to a busy caregiver who needs to take just a few minutes and look at the beautiful rain and listen to the water dripping along those little butterflies. Okay, next gift idea is green wellness. So I can't speak enough about biophilic design and certainly bringing nature inside. So, houseplants and flowers add quiet, living beauty to our homes. And it is part of what we call the biophilic design movement. Biophilia or biophilic design means love of nature, love of life. And so that's really great. But, bringing in pots and planters, sometimes, particularly if you live in a small space, it just might start to feel a little cluttered. And now you're working against your brain health, right? So you're taking away the positive aspect of the nature element of bringing plants and pots, some plants inside that help your brain health and boost your brain health. But now, because it's cluttered, you're creating mental stress. Okay, so it's not good. So here's another option. You can do a do-it-yourself living art wall. And there's a kit that you can get, again, from uncommongoods.com or from local nurseries. And these kits, have these frames, and then you basically can buy the types of plants that would work well on a living wall. Cactus, of course, is great, succulents, but you can also do naturally preserved moss. I have a couple with preserved moss that are just gorgeous. And you get that green effect. And again, when our eyes see green, it stimulates the brain to think thriving and living. And it gives us a little bit of that, kind of happiness boost. So each of these kits comes with a redwood frame and vinyl backing, and it comes also with your succulents and your soil, and of course instructions. It's pretty simple to do. And you can also buy one that's already pre-made for you, and they'll ship it that way. Or as I said, you can go to the nursery, and they have a lot of these things, and they'll help you put it together. And there's different sizes, so the cost ranges are from $64 to $145, depending on the size that you want for your wall. Uncommongoods.com or local nurseries to have that biophilic design living art wall and green wellness in your life. Okay, so we have talked about this in the other videos, but I just want to do a shout out to some of our favorite friends out there that have online shopping. They're great resources for your older loved ones. CareWell can't beat it. They've got everything that you really need, from personal daily care to all kinds of really great ideas. Bianca has been on our podcast talking about all the stuff they do, and they also have really great support. So they've got actual people who have been caregivers who are doing live, you can call somebody and actually talk to them. Wow, what a concept, right? That's customer service for you, which is very rare in today's kind of, new tech world. There's also caregiverproducts.com, really great site. Journey Health and Lifestyle, they've got the bigger stuff. I would say, like the beds, the walkers, the wheelchairs, the mobility products. Some smaller stuff too, but they're really great at kind of what I would think of more as kind of that wellness furniture for older adults. Best Buy Health is going to be great for those age tech solutions. We also, in our older adults wellness video, we did some dementia care products. So we love All's authors. They have books, movies, documentaries, all kinds of stuff. They interview a lot of authors. I was very honored to be interviewed by Mary Ann. The Alzheimer's store has been around a long time, but then there's some new players in this space. Eugeria and Relish both do a really great job looking at dementia care products and curating those for people where you just don't even know these things exist. So you just gotta go check it out. If you know someone who has a loved one with Alzheimer's, or you yourself and your family, check these things out, because there is still joy, there is still wonder, there is still a love of life for people with dementia to have, and a lot of these products help bring that out. And then of course for you, the self-care for the caregiver has been our mantra for over 20 years, and I could list like 100 different places you can go, but I love the ones I listed here, and it's because they have very specifically talked about caregivers, and they've curated caregiver gifts, so they get it. Anthropology does great self-care stuff. Brookstone has been great for a lot of the gadgets, for muscle relief and foot relief and stuff. The Happy Hygge, I hope I said that right, from Denmark, gifts. That's all about coziness. Harry and David, love them. They have a caregiver gift basket and box. So they very specifically have marketed to caregivers. Home Court, which was started by actress Courtney Cox. This is all just like home scents and, just making your house smell great. Tommy Copper, of course, does really great stuff with, again, muscle relief and, joint pain and all that. And then one of our favorites, Uncommon Goods, has just about everything A to Z. We always reference them in these gift guides because they've got such great gift guide ideas. So with that, I just want to say I hope you enjoyed this video version of our 5th annual 2025 holiday gift ideas on wellness for the home. And again, don't forget to check out the other 2 gift guides, one for older adult wellness and the other one for caregiver wellness. And you can also check out our previous year's holiday gift guide idea. We have them both on YouTube in video format, but then all of this is going to also be on our website, so you can read it instead, look at the beautiful visuals again, get the links to all the shopping sites. And by the way, if you're listening to this on YouTube, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're trying to really up our game for 2026. And I just want to say I'm so grateful to all of you. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, and we hope you have joy all year long. Take care and stay well.